Just gotta make sure I get that right. Little filter. Ah! Found it. Alright. Well, here we go. Here goes nothing. Sorry if that mask is perhaps muffling my voice. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third live stream of Haunt-Tober. This stream should be pretty fun. I thank you guys for joining me today. And I just want to say before we jump in, if there are any technical difficulties, I'm hoping not, fingers crossed, I hope everything goes fine. But if there are any technical difficulties, don't be afraid. I will try to get those fixed as soon as possible. So, welcome. Again, I'm giving everyone a couple minutes to jump into the stream. This mask, in case you are wondering, is from the awesome folks at 13X Studios. I did an unboxing of this a couple days ago. I need, like, a Jason mask, so that way I can, like, I'm not, this is a Jason mask, but I mean, like, a latex Jason mask. You know what I mean? Like, the zombie-faced Jason, so that way I can wear the hockey mask over that mask, so it's a double mask. Double mask. And, you know, it's gonna look really cool. So, thank you all for joining. Wow, we got a good amount of people. It's getting a little chillier out. A little bit, not much. I mean, especially in Florida, it's not really getting much cooler out. But I'm gonna slip on this over shirt just so it sort of feels cooler, even though it's not really. Let's see. So, hope everything's been really good with all of you guys. I hope you are enjoying your month of October as much as I am. October's always kind of a stressful yet super fun month for me. As you all know, I have the obligation of uploading videos every day, except for these live stream days where I do the live stream instead, but I still have an obligation to be ready for you guys. And it sometimes is a little stressful, but it's also fun, so I'm glad that I get to do this. I really appreciate you guys watching. Out of curiosity, if you've watched every video that I've uploaded this month and tuned into every live stream, give me a spooky emoji, just so I know that you did. And I want to thank you guys. And if you haven't, don't feel like ashamed, don't feel sad, that's completely fine. I probably wouldn't watch all my videos because, you know, October's a busy month, but I thank you to all of you who did. Wow, thank you guys. Wow, that's really awesome. So, again, thank you guys. I want to talk about, because this is the hot topic right now, not the store, the topic itself. I want to talk about Halloween. Obviously not the holiday, because we do that all the time here on Haunt-Former. No, I want to talk about the movie, because that's a really big deal that just came out. It's a very big deal, and I want to get your opinions on it. So, what did you think about the new Halloween movie? Cameron says the movie was good. Well, that's good, Cameron. I would agree, it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't great, though. It wasn't great. And I think my problem was I put it at such a high bar because it's a sequel to one of the best horror films ever made. It didn't quite reach that expectation for me. I'm gonna see it again so my expectations can be different. Because what you expect in a film can greatly determine how you like it. It wasn't bad. It's definitely not bad. It's not great. It's okay, and it's a good movie. I think people who aren't expecting anything are gonna really like it. But if you're like me, I love the original Halloween. Don't worry, no spoilers here. But I did do a non-spoiler and spoiler review, if you want to check that out. The first, like, 8 minutes are spoiler-free. I like it the best of the series. Wow, well, that's really good to hear. I'm glad people are really liking it. You know, it did one thing right. It made Michael Myers scary again. because some of those sequels, especially Halloween Resurrection, kind of took away the scariness of Michael Myers, and I'm glad that he became kind of scary again and that people were scared in the audience. I definitely was kind of scared. But the thing was, the original Halloween isn't so much a scary movie, it's a creepy movie. Because you just see Michael Myers standing in the background. His mask is white, so you can see it really good in the movie, in the dark. And whenever you notice it, it just puts me on edge. It's like a stalkerish movie. And that's one of the main reasons that I love the film. And this movie just, I don't think, had that creepy atmosphere that I expected. It is a good movie, though, so I don't want to give that up. I'm watching The Shining. If you watch my top 5 horror movies video, then you will know that The Shining, yes, is my favorite horror film. It is my favorite. A lot of people were asking, everyone was asking, actually, I'm going to do this right now. A lot of people have been asking me on these streams and stuff, what are my favorite horror movies? So I'm going to give you my list. And if you watch my top 5, then you already know the top 5. But I'll say them anyways. My favorite horror film is The Shining. My second favorite is The Exorcist, written by William Peter Blatty and directed by William Friedkin. My third favorite is Halloween, 1978. My fourth favorite is Psycho. And my fifth favorite is 1996's Scream. Where it goes from there is a little bit interesting, because I haven't nailed down a definite thing after number 5. Those 5, I'm pretty sure about those 5. But after that, it kind of gets a little fuzzy. So, after that, I would probably say Misery is number 6. If you guys have seen the film Misery, that's a super suspenseful movie. Very good movie. I think it was directed by Rob Reiner. And Kathy Bates and James Conner in it. My 7th favorite horror film is probably The Invisible Man from the 30s. My 8th favorite horror film... See, this is where it starts to get tough. It might be The Silence of the Lambs. And then The Wolfman. And then... It's hard. It gets really hard. But then maybe the original Saw. And then Child's Play 2. And then maybe My Bloody Valentine, The Thing, They Live. It gets fuzzy after those. Alright, but that's just the basic... Those are the basic ones. So, alright, a few more things. This stream is not going to be as late as my usual streams go. Just because for most of you guys it's Sunday night and there's school or work or something tomorrow morning, some obligation that you have to do tomorrow. So this stream won't be as late. And also, tomorrow I have a super fun video for you guys, and I'm gonna try to edit and upload by tomorrow, but I can't promise it. But it will be coming out, and it will be a video in depth of my entire Spooky Town collection. So that whole scene up there, that'll be a video put to music or something. So that's coming out. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I might be missing. Let me just tell you a rundown of a few more videos that I have planned. I do have another Haunt Stories video planned. I do have an Uncanny Forms video that I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try. I know those Uncanny Forms fans are out there. I haven't done one in like a year. So I'm gonna try to do that. Hey Mac, are you aware Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is coming back for Season 2? Yes, I am aware. But I have a question for you now, because I am unaware of this, if there is an answer. When is that? Is that Halloween? Is that around Halloween at all? Because I saw the trailer for it, I was super excited. I should have made a reaction video to it, but I didn't. But I will try to make a reaction video to the actual clips, to the actual season, or to the actual videos but I don't know when that's supposed to come out. So if you know the answer, let me know. I'm trying to think of anything else that was super important. Hey, Mac, what is your opinion on American Horror Story Apocalypse? Believe it or not, I've only watched, like, part of the first episode of Apocalypse. I haven't really got into it. I wasn't really paying attention. If you have been watching it, what are your thoughts on it? Because I'd like to hear your thoughts. I thought Cult was really well written, so I want to know what you think. It's just sad we don't know if it's going to be on YouTube or not. I would hope so. The people who made it sounded like they really liked YouTube's medium. I love Halloween. I do too, Elizabeth. You're right. You're in the right place. I'm going to be Slappy from Goosebumps. That is an awesome costume. And I don't know if you've checked it out, but may I suggest a video of mine. You can check it in my channel. It is a video of a Slappy mask that I reviewed about a week ago. You might like it. It might fit your costume. But it depends if you're going to be the one from the movie, or from the books, or from the television show, because there's 3 different designs of old Slappy. Hey Trent, how are you doing? Glad you could join me. I've been decorating my yard since September 1st. Wow. That's nice, Nick. What's your favorite Jason movie? I actually ranked my Jason films, but my favorite is Part 8. And that is in my top 20. Should be. I'm being the Towering Terror Pumpkin for Halloween. That is a good choice. Gonna be a clown from my music video. That's really cool. So, without giving too much away, Cameron, do you have a song chosen for your music video? Please consider doing Christmas store walkthroughs this year. You haven't done them since 2014, and I think it'd be pretty cool this year. I kind of stopped doing the Christmas videos because Haunt-Former now is just Halloween stuff. I know that some of them got kind of popular back in 2014, but I kind of moved on. I'm still going to be doing Christmas-themed videos, but they are going to be geared towards Halloween and horror Christmas materials. But I think you'll like them. Channel 2 New York will be here on Halloween reporting. That's awesome. Glad to hear you're getting news coverage. Have I talked to Trevor? No, I haven't in recent time. Is that Jack the Skeleton Pillow? Is that a Jack the Skeleton pillow? I believe you're talking about that one right back there. Yes, it is. That is Jack Skellington. I believe that was from Walgreens, if I'm not mistaken. Can I get a shout out, please? I think it will help me a bunch. You absolutely can. You're gonna have to help me on pronouncing that, but it's Exalber94-JEL. Exalber94 It's an interesting name. Sorry for all these ads. It's YouTube. What do you do? Let's see. What is your favorite Chucky movie? This is kind of spoiler territory because in November I was planning on doing a ranking of the Child's Play films, but it's part 2. Should be part 2. I'll rank them right here because only 41 people are watching, so if you 41 watched that video, then you already have a spoiler for it. But my ranking thus far is Seed is last, then Curse, then Bride, then Cult, then 3, 1, and 2. I think there's 7, right? I'm afraid to say my filming for the 2018 video is delayed. It may come out after Halloween. Ooh, I hope it comes out around Halloween. Makes it so much more fun. I have to go back to school tomorrow. Ah, darn. That's okay. You'll still have fun. Have you seen the movie It? I have seen it. If you're talking about the It that I'm thinking of. Are you talking about it? It? Alright, bye, Ben. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the shout-out. You're the best. You are the best. Seriously, I want to be a haunter. Let me ask you this. Do you have any Halloween decorations, or have you made any? Do you like setting up displays for holidays? If you do those, then I would consider you a haunter. If you are setting up props or some form of display to show to other people, I consider that haunting. Do you know about the horror movie The Thing, the 1982 version? Yes, that is in my top 20 favorite horror films. It's a great movie. I saw it in an old theater last year for my birthday. Awesome stuff. It's a good movie. Actually, I need to watch that soon. It's going to be a year that I haven't seen it. You should do another in-depth room tour sometime soon. Maybe even a full video on it. But it changed quite a few times than it did at the beginning. You're very right. And perhaps I could do one in this stream. We'll see. We'll see. And my room kind of changes after Halloween because there's already so much stuff in here, and a lot of it gets moved after Halloween because then I put my Christmas stuff in, so yeah. Can you repaint the new Myers mask? I have the Myers mask. It's actually... It's up here. So this is the new Myers mask. Great mask, by the way. I am not a painter, per se. I mean, I paint stuff for my haunt, but that's kind of stuff that I don't really care about if it gets ruined. This I do because I spent good money on it. So if I was going to get it repainted, I would talk to a professional about it. There's a bunch of them online. I probably would just leave it as it is because I feel like just having it raw like this is probably a better way of keeping it. But if you want it completely accurate to the movie, yes, I would talk to a repainter about getting it redone. But I think it's pretty good, in my opinion. It's pretty creepy. Actually, I'll wear it for a sec. Haven't worn it in a while. Can I have a shout out? Yes, you can, Waylon Adams. Yes, you can. So, by the way, the one part in the movie that was kind of cool is when he was, like, holding it. Like... Talk to me, Michael! Say something! Bum 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 bum. By the way, I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't seen the movie, but what were your thoughts on the opening credits? I thought they were a little too fast, but I liked the idea. You mentioned, you probably can't hear me right now. You probably can't hear what I'm saying, but I'm gonna play the soundtrack because somebody asked. I just gotta go to it. This mask is so tight. Hey, thank you. Ugh. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I kind of have to talk over it. But yeah, I mean, I think when I watch the movie again and have different expectations, I'm gonna like it a whole lot better. I was expecting something very different from what we got, but I don't want to say it's bad, because it really was not. I will say, I think in order of my favorite Halloweens, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, H2O, this new one, 5, 6, Resurrection, I think. So this new one's definitely one of the more entertaining ones, and perhaps it will even surpass H2O for me. We'll see. Are your actors your family or hired people? They are family and friends, and anyone. Some people just like to show up and want to help out, and I mean, sometimes it gets in the way, but I don't really have a problem with it. This is the new theme, by the way. Very good theme. Definitely one of the better ones from the Halloween movies. Of course, John Carpenter did the theme with his son Cody Carpenter and his like band, so really can't complain. Even Michael Myers here is rocking out to it. So I really like that. And you know, if anything, I think it brought Michael Myers and kind of horror back in the spotlight. This is like the second highest grossing horror film of all time, too, I believe. So it's pretty nice. I wonder what the first one is. Somebody Google that. Who is the scariest slasher, I believe somebody asked? Let's see who asked that. Apple Juice said, who do you think is the scariest slasher? I think overall my favorite slasher is Michael Myers. Michael Myers is definitely number one. Number two is probably Ghostface. Unless you count Norman Bates from Psycho as a slasher. I don't technically count it as a slasher film. Although it was one of the first to start that kind of trope, I really consider it more of a psychological kind of horror film. Or a psychological slasher, I guess. Then I would probably say Chucky, maybe? Yeah, Michael Myers, Ghostface, Chucky, and then maybe Jason, and I don't know where you would count the Miner from the My Bloody Valentine film. It's one of my favorite horror films, but it's not really like a slasher series. It's just kind of one standalone movie, so I don't know how much you would consider him a slasher villain. But I do like him a lot too. So he's probably number 5. So let's see what else. What else? I swear there's something else. Okay, so a few more announcements about what happened to Michael in the movie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I don't want to spoil it. You will just have to go see it for yourself. But trust me, I think the ending, I don't know if you felt like this when you saw it, if you did. I felt like it was a little too rushed and kind of ambiguous because they want to make a sequel, perhaps. If you could be in any horror movie as an actor, what would it be? So you're talking like if I was put in a horror film? I honestly, I don't know if you guys think this way. I think it would be really fun to be killed in a horror movie. Just because, I don't know. It just seems like you get to say like, oh, I was a victim of Michael Myers, or I was a victim of Jason, you know? That'd be kind of fun to say. So I would probably say like one of the Halloween movies, just to be somebody who dies. Or like any of those slasher films. I just feel like it'd be kind of fun to be in that and kind of experience it. I don't know, that's just me. I don't know if you guys feel like that. I'm gonna go back to that other music I was playing. But yes, to answer your question, I would probably be killed in a movie. Just because. Oh, and I want to make this announcement because I don't know if I did. And I believe this is still the case. This Halloween, only on Haunt-Former, be prepared for a brand new short horror film. A lot of you guys have been wondering where the short horror films are. Where are the horror shorts? They are coming back this Halloween. The only thing is, if you remember last season, I had about 4 horror movies. That's not going to happen this year. Right now, 1 is in the works. It's done being shot. It's just being edited. My good friend Austin, who did the last Worm People with me, he is behind this one as well. He directed it. I wrote it and am one of the actors in it. And I think it might be one of, if not the best horror film from this channel. I really like, also, if you haven't checked out The Darkening, go watch that. That's my favorite one so far. I love the Worm Peoples too, but those are kind of more, I don't want to say stupid. They are kind of stupid, but in a good way. They're kind of like fun movies. They're fun horror films. But a serious one is The Darkening. That's a very serious horror movie, and this one is definitely a serious horror film, and I think you guys are going to love it when it comes out. I might try to do one more, so we'll see about that. I'm trying to think of, And I'm going to set, just to let you know, this stream, because I said it's going to be shorter than the typical streams, is probably going to last until about 45 minutes in. Right now we're at 25 minutes, so we'll have a good, like, 20 more minutes. So you can ask questions, we can play a game of horror trivia, and we can do stuff like that. Elizabeth wants to know, what's my favorite creepypasta? Ooh, I love me some good creepypasta with some Alfredo, a little Parmesan, good stuff. My favorite creepypasta would probably have to be... Nah, this is tough. Oh, you got me, Elizabeth. Come on. There are some good ones. I'm trying to think of my favorite, though, because it's hard to... I should do a countdown, actually, of my top 5 creepypastas. That would be a fun list, actually. Maybe I'll do that for Halloween. By the way, does anyone watch Hoodoo Hoodlum's Revenge? Sorry, that's off topic, but not really. Or, like, Scare Theater or Mr. Nightmare. I love those guys. But my favorite creepypasta, or Mr. Creepypasta, would probably have to be, I don't know, it's between, like, Candle Cove, or, I don't know if you've watched the video Obey the Walrus, that freaks me out. There's a few other ones, too. I'm gonna read probably one more, at least, before Halloween, so we'll see. Sorry, I know a few people... Good question, Elizabeth. The new Michael looks... Okay, so... Oh, Hollywood Haunter, thank you guys for commenting and watching. The new Michael looks more chiseled. Yes, you're right. I actually believe the mask was sculpted by some of the guys from Trick or Treat Studios. So you can kind of tell that it's more chiseled like that because they actually took the time to, like, put in the detail work for it. Which I get. When I first saw it, I didn't like it, but now I do. Because it looks creepy, but when I first saw it, I kind of thought it looked a little bit too, like, staged to look old. But I like it. It's a good mask. Do you get copyright messages for using the Halloween theme in my intros? I don't know how this happened, but thankfully, the Halloween theme that I use in the Haunt-Tober intro does not get copyrighted for some reason. It's the same, like, music label, I guess you would call it, that does the Nightmare on Elm Street intro music that I use in some of my videos, too. I guess that particular group of musicians doesn't copyright for that kind of stuff. I don't know why, I don't know how, it just doesn't. So I've used that music, like, every year. So that's why. But I could. In theory, I could. But I haven't, so. What is your favorite kill in any horror movie you've seen? My favorite... I don't really like... See, a lot of people... It depends on the horror movie, I guess. I really care about people, and I try to care about the people in movies, too, so I don't like seeing people die, necessarily, unless it's, like, a super cheese movie where you're supposed to watch it just for the fun of seeing, like, a crazy thing happen. But I'm not, I'm not necessarily there to see, oh, let's see who gets a knife in them. I'm more about invested in the story of the movie, but I think overall my favorite kills in horror films are in my top 2 horror films, but I think my favorite one is at the I don't want to give spoilers out, but this is at the end of The Exorcist. In the whole movie, you're watching Father Karras, who's, like, the main priest, build up. He loses his faith, and then he kind of rebuilds up his faith, which is, like, a topic that interests me a lot, because I'm a person of faith. And at the end of the film, he gets this demon, he grabs Reagan. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. He grabs Reagan, and he's like, come into me, take me. And then the demon goes into him, and then he commits suicide, and the demon, is in him. It's about to take over him, and he goes like, no, and he jumps out of the window, falls down the stairs to his death, and then they pray for him, and he dies. And just everything about that scene, the way it's shot, the scariness of the death, the intensity of it, and also the way it kind of rounds out the movie with this, like, self-sacrificial love that he has for this girl at the end, and it kind of completes his story arc of his faith. I don't know, I think that's probably my favorite death in a horror film. I'm currently in the process of carving the 2018 Myers mask on a pumpkin. That is cool. And I also really want to... Oh, by the way, Spirit Halloween just uploaded a video, just so you guys know. It was something about Michael Myers. But I really want to make the replica of the pumpkin from the original Halloween. I really want to make a replica of that. If anyone has like a good template, feel free to send it to me via email. But I want to show you something. I don't know. I feel like I'm late to the game with this. I've heard it before, but it never hit me until just recently when like watching the new Halloween. Tell me if you've noticed this, alright? I'm gonna pull up the Halloween pumpkin. Zooms in on that pumpkin. Let me find it. So this is the pumpkin. Alright, you've probably seen this before. This is the pumpkin I want to replicate, by the way. So you see this pumpkin, right? This is the pumpkin from Halloween. So... do you notice anything about this? I don't know if you've seen it before. In the credits, when it's zooming in on the pumpkin, let me zoom into it. It zooms in until about... oh, why isn't it letting me do it? It's not letting me do it. It zooms in till about there. Do you see it? Have you caught this before? Once it zooms in... can you see that? Okay, do you see how there's the round part right there, and then below there's the triangle right there? You see it? You see how there's like a stick that's coming up? There's like a line right at the bottom of that triangle. That's supposed to look like Michael Myers' head, and he's holding a knife right there. Do you see it? You have to look at it, but it's supposed to be Michael Myers holding a knife. That's at least what I think it's supposed to be. That's why it zooms into that part. So, in case you were wondering, it is in the original Halloween, so you can go watch the credits. Kind of is something, you know, the more you know about movies. Alright, so we're going to play a few rounds of horror trivia. Uh-oh, the stream is lagging. Is it lagging for anybody else? I was thinking the same thing when I saw it in the movie, yeah. Halloween is the best. And you know what's really neat? And I don't want to get off topic because Halloween is in the air, so I don't want to water down Halloween. But let's be honest, a lot of people leave a little. No, I don't want to even do that because I don't want to get you excited for it yet. But Christmas is coming up, as you know. As you probably know, Christmas is coming up. Due to like all of the stuff in stores, Walmart, Target soon, Home Depot have like a lot of Christmas already, like their entire section of Christmas. I was actually thinking of making a video called like Christmas and Halloween, and just like me like looking at like all the Christmas. But with that being said, Christmas is after Halloween, so we get a good end of the year. I always love the end of the year. It's my favorite part of the year because we get Halloween and then boom, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's like the best way to end the year. And there's a lot of Christmas horror movies too, so even when it's Christmas, it's still Halloween. And I can't say the same the other way around. Can my cousin have a shout out? Absolutely, Waylon. Just give me their name. Hey, Calvin, thanks for joining. Hollow, thank miss. Sure. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to change this to... ooh, I'm gonna play the Saw theme. Why not? Alright, so let's play a few rounds of by the way, if you haven't been on any of these streams yet, every week we've been playing horror Trivial Pursuit. So we're gonna be doing that. Don't Scare Me, I'm Hugged. I love that name, by the way. you can have a shout out because that name is awesome. Your brother can also have a shout out, Waylon. Nice to meet you, AJ. Want Tor favorite Nightmare movie? Are you referring to Nightmare on Elm Street? If you're referring to Nightmare on Elm Street, then it's probably the first one. But can I be let's just be honest with one another, you guys. I want to be completely serious. I don't know how to put this. I like Freddy Krueger. And I like the original Nightmare on Elm Street. But it's not... I don't know why people consider it... I guess just because it's so unique and Freddy's so charismatic. You know, Robert Englund is a great actor. But I don't get how it's that big. Like, how it ranks up with, like, Halloween and stuff. Because I'm just not that big of a Freddy fan, I guess you could say. Not to say I like Freddy, I like the original, I like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Perhaps I haven't seen all of them, so I'm not as invested, but I've seen the first two in New Nightmare, and they're not bad movies. I just have never been a huge Freddy Krueger fan. Have I ever seen Dolls? Yeah, that's a good question, Gina. Have I seen Dolls? I'm trying to think if I have. I don't think I have. I don't believe I have. I've heard of it, and I want to see it, if I haven't, because now you guys recommended it, so now it means I'm going to have to watch another horror movie. But no, I haven't seen Dolls, so that's one I'm going to add to my roster. Thank you. But a few more that I kind of want to see. There's a movie called Puppet Master. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it kind of has an interesting reputation for being, like, kind of a low-quality horror film franchise. But there's, like, 10 of them. I actually got the value pack of, like, 10 Puppet Master movies for, like, $5 at Walmart. That's how you know your film series made it, when it's sold in the value bin at Walmart. But, hey, I mean, it is what it is. And I kind of want to see it so I can get, like, a Puppet Master mask. And they actually just came out with a new one called Puppet Master The Littlest Reich. So I kind of want to see that. I need to watch them while I like them. I kind of want to do, let me know if you guys think this, but I should do a video where I, like, react to a horror movie. And you guys can watch it along with me. Would you guys be interested in that? The only thing is I've seen people do, like, Let's Watch... or not like Let's Play, but Let's Watch videos on YouTube. And they just, it's so much better quality than what I could do, so I don't know if you still would be interested. She also enjoys watching the older Fright Night movies. Have you seen those old vampire movies? I actually haven't, believe it or not. I would like to, though. So that I will also add to my list. Fright Night. See, now I'm adding more to my list. That's the only thing, like, when... Sorry, I'm getting off topic. When it's a season, I like to watch movies about that season, okay? So, for example, when it's Christmas, I like to watch Christmas movies because it's Christmas. I don't want to watch Bob the Builder. I don't know. I don't want to watch other stuff. When it's Christmas, I want to watch Christmas movies. That's how it works. When it's October, I only watch horror films. Well, I mostly only watch horror films anyways. But I only want to see horror movies in October, alright? Because some people are like, why don't you watch this movie? Blah, blah, blah. Because it's October, and I watch horror movies in October. Because there's an obligation I have on myself to watch horror movies in October, because those are the type of movies I want to watch. Will you read a YouTuber creepypasta called Fandroid? Forbidden File? Maybe. I'll look it up. Is it long? Because I usually tend to stray away from the super long ones because it's harder for me to, like, edit and read. I want to watch Bob the Builder on Christmas Eve. I'm sure there's a Christmas episode. Baby Bendy and Halloween? Yes, I can answer you. And Trent, I will try to video chat you, but it probably won't be until after Halloween, bud. Because I'm kind of busy around this time of year with school, work, and Halloween. Especially around the end of the month when Halloween kind of takes over my whole schedule. So you have to bear with me, though. And that being said, though, I want to talk about Halloween, because next Friday, or this upcoming Friday, excuse me, is going to be when I'm going to start moving my stuff, my props, to my grandparents' garage, and we will begin construction on the haunt. So high five for that, because that's going to be fun. Can we talk about Halloween 2018? If you're referring to the movie, we kind of did earlier, but I did do my review of it, so you can check that out too. If you haven't. You probably have, but it's a good question, Rory. Can my brother, AJ, have a shout-out, please? Don't skip me. I definitely will not, and I definitely won't, AJ. High fives to Scream. Here, you can do it one more time. Not so hard next time, okay? Have I seen The Human Centipede? No, and I have no plans to. I'm not good. I don't like gore movies. I put up with the first, 3 Saw films, and I'm not going any further. And I love the first Saw, but I think it's not a gore movie. It's a psychological movie, so yeah. I don't want Halloween to end, but you know what? It's okay, because it'll be back for 2019. Barf? Was that a barf referring to the new Halloween movie, or a barf referring to something else that I wasn't aware of? What's the scariest thing that's happened to me? The scariest thing that's happened to me, I believe it. Okay, so your mind when you're a kid is very different from when you get older, because you tend to deal with stuff better. I'm not sure if this is the scariest moment in my life, but it's definitely a scary moment that I remember enough to count it as scary. When I was younger, I was up late at home, and I remember going, it was really dark in my house. It was dark outside, so I went to my parents' room to see where they were, and they weren't home, and my sister wasn't home. I was all alone, and I thought that my parents had disappeared. I don't know why that got in my head. I thought my whole family was gone, and it freaked me out, and I was scared. So that's one of the scariest times. Not too much in terms of scary has really happened to me, thankfully. God's really blessed me with a good life, I feel. So nothing super scary has happened to me, but there have been scary moments, don't get me wrong. Ooh. Do you still have the Spasm animatronic? No, I don't, I'm sorry. Of course, my favorite prop. So let's get one of these in. Who would win, the Miner or Michael Myers? Probably Michael Myers, because he, can't be stopped, and the Miner is, just a guy. Myers is the shape. Myers is the shape. Have you seen the new Spirit Halloween? If you mean, the displays, yes, I have. Let's do one of these questions, you guys. Mac, the Spasm you bought shipped from my state. Really? That's cool. The more you know. I got this card before. How am I getting the same cards? Leatherface versus Ghostface. I feel like Leatherface would win, but I like Ghostface more. I actually haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw. Alright, here's a question for Hollywood Haunter, because they asked about Fright Night. In Fright Night 1985, what kind of supernatural creature is Jerry Dandridge? I believe you guys answered this before. It should be a vampire. Yeah, it was a vampire. You guys mentioned it was about vampires, so thank you for helping me with that question. So let's do another one. Let me find a different card. What about the older Fright Night vampire movies? I don't know if there was any questions on that, but I haven't seen those either. What's my favorite horror movie weapon? Probably the axe from The Shining, which I have a replica of. It's actually sitting right there. I'll pull it up in a sec. Let me do one more question. I keep getting the same cards. How is this? Yeah, I'm doing some horror trivia right now. Let me show you guys the acts. And by the way, this stream will be ending in a few minutes, just in case you were wondering. Just because I know it's a school night and a work night, I guess, if you want to call it that. And plus, I'm trying to get, a few more videos ready for tomorrow. And by few, I mean a video. Let me just... Somebody asked about my favorite horror movie weapon. The axe from The Shining. This thing's awesome, by the way. Here's Johnny. I got a question. What film took place at a church and they have to get rid of a zombie girl? That's a good question. It took place at a church and they had to kill a zombie girl. I feel like it's one of the Dawn of the Dead movies. I haven't seen any of those, but I wonder if it's that. Where'd I put my trivia cards? Oh. The answer is The Nun. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I've seen The Nun. Alright, let's do another. Okay, so Mac, I love Halloween more than my own birthday. It's a fun holiday, so that makes sense. Can you give subscribers? I can't necessarily give subscribers, but I can recommend people to subscribe. And I will, Halloween Russell. And yes, your brother sure can. Here's your shout out, AJ. Alright. Let me pull out another card. Let's see. Hopefully we haven't got this one yet. Oh, what is the name of the pub the protagonist, David Kessler, visits at the beginning of An American Werewolf in London? This is one of my favorite horror movies, too. David Kessler, Mr. Kessler, Mr. Kessler, which, by the way, is Frank Oz. I was trying to do a Frank Oz impersonation, but it didn't work. But, oh, thank you, Dad. My dad brought me a water. I already have a water, but it's okay. Because I'll need another one, because my throat starts to hurt. If you didn't know the answer, it should be... Oh, man, what is it? I believe it's the slaughtered lamb. I believe it's called the slaughtered lamb. Let's see if I'm right. Yep. Slaughtered lamb. Let's do another question. See, like, some of these cards I don't know the horror movie. Here, I'll ask one for you guys. This is about Amityville Horror. I've never seen it, but maybe you guys have. From 79. What character invites a priest to bless the house? George, Kathy, or Father Delaney? It's Kathy. So in case you guys were trying to answer that, the answer was Kathy. Never seen the movie. I want to, though. Alright, so I'll get back to a few more questions before I go. And we'll call it a night. Spooky night. Somebody asked... The Clowns from Outer Space. Yes, I love that movie. It's a great B movie. You sure can, Calvin. This is your shout out to Calvin Gefelt. Gefelt? What's my favorite? What's your favorite YouTube horror series? I would probably say Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared as well. That's a great series. Which, by the way, are you ready for Season 2? Just ordered the Michael Myers animatronic. That's a good one. Hey, somebody got it right. You were right, it was Kathy. Am I going to get the Michael Myers animatronic? At this point, I don't know. But I will be getting the Chucky animatronic. It's a little more affordable for me at this point, so yes, I will be getting an animatronic. Spirit of Halloween 8? Was it 8 or 9? Spirit of Halloween 9. Happy shout-out time. So I feel like my connection's gonna get a little wonky in a sec because my internet's been kind of weird. So I'm probably gonna end the stream in a sec, just because I don't want it to end abruptly, and because I have some videos and I have things I gotta do, and you know how that stuff works. And I don't want the stream to run too late. It's almost 10 right now. It's almost 10. So, you know, and I don't want to keep you guys up. So I'm going to try to wrap it up in a sec. But I will answer any more questions you guys have for Halloween. I also want to show you this really cool thing my grandma got me. So this is a big thank you to my grandma because this is really cool. This is a jack-o'-lantern that has my name in it. How cool is that? You can order these online. Just look up, like, customizable pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. She got it, like, out of a magazine. Isn't that sweet? That's really cool. And the best news is for me, I get to keep it up all year. Because my room is always creepy. Yeah. Before you go, horror trivia, please. I did some. Give me one. Give me a good horror trivia. I will answer. Who? Ash Williams or Jason Voorhees? I've never seen Evil Dead. I want to, so for now, and probably it will remain that way, Jason. Do I need any props fixed? As of now, I think I'm okay for this season. I think. That's the Twilight Zone, which they're redoing or making a new season of it with Jordan Peele. Cool guy. He did get out. He also is from Key and Peele with Keegan-Michael Key. All right, any final questions before I head out? And I want to thank you guys all for tuning in too. I apologize that I wasn't able to do one of these on like Friday night or Saturday night. I had to work and I had other things that I had to do, so I wasn't able to. Yeah, I had work both nights, so I wasn't able to do a stream. And perhaps the next stream will be in the garage with the haunted house. So that'll be fun. But any final questions before we go, Wendy? Before we go. Ah! That would hurt. Ooh, that would hurt. I don't want to think about pain. Alright, do I have Hangouts? At this point, it hasn't been working very well. Question, what guy died from bees and then gets revenge? I believe that's Candyman, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen the movie, though, but don't say his name 3 times. Neither with Beetlejuice, neither with, like, Voldemort. There's some weird thing about names. Or Bloody Mary. What horror movie ends with a hospital room, in a hospital room with a nurse? I feel like that could be a few movies. But I want to know what answer were you looking for? I'm not sure, though. It's a good question. Do you have any Funko Pops? I do. I have a whole big collection, actually. You can go check out my video. I did a video. Just look up Haunt-Former Funko Pops. It'll pop right up. But I will show you one of my coolest ones before I go. Oh, the Wicker Man. Ah, the original or the remake? The Wicker Man. Let me show you something before I go. I showed this in one of the last streams I did. I think it was either last week's or like 2 weeks ago. But, I'm just trying to find a better... Alright, here's the Halloween theme. But this is my newest, like, Funko Pop. It's Chucky on the cart from Child's Play 2. This is one of my new favorite pops. It just looks really good. Chucky, give him the old shout-out. This is a shout-out to Halloween Russell. Sorry, that was a really bad Chucky impersonation, but that's it. Mac, I wasn't talking to you. It's Halloween Resurrection. Oh, Halloween Resurrection. Wait, does that... Oh, you're right. That does end in the hospital room with a nurse. You're right. And then Michael Myers comes back to life, and they never did anything with it. Not that they should have. Wasn't really that good of a movie, but... Alright. About to end the stream. Any more things you gotta say? Or else I'll go. I hope you guys have a blessed and awesome night. I really do. Well, I want to say you guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in to 55 minutes of Haunt-Tober yet again. You guys truly make this month awesome. You guys remain awesome for this next week. I hope you enjoy all the fun stuff I have for you. Get ready for Halloween. It's going to be an awesome one this year. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you haven't, go out and see the new Halloween movie and let me know your opinions. You can leave the comments either on this stream or, better yet, on my review of that movie. So thank you guys for watching. And remember, you need more cowbell. You always need more cowbell. Thanks, Uncle RJ. Happy early Halloween. Get ready for the haunted house builds coming soon. Get ready for prop reviews coming soon. Get ready for more live streams from in the haunted house. Get ready for... just get ready for a lot of fun. And stay spooky. Stay awesome. And remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is Haunt-Former. I love how, like, awkward and nonsensical this is that I'm listening to the Halloween theme while wearing a Jason mask. I gotta fix this. I can't end like this. I can't end like this. I have to end like this.